I just shot 2 live reports, emergency reports. So something's important not come in, even if it's Saturday. Dealing with the worst potential plague news I've ever reported on in 23 years on air. Now, why this is so serious is the globalists have been obsessing over releasing bioweapons that they claim are naturally occurring to reduce world population, but more importantly, bring in a global crisis so that only world government would then be the answer to that crisis, because nation states couldn't handle it and they would collapse. And that's in the IMF, the World Bank, the PNAC documents. Just look it up for yourself. Now, I've interviewed a lot of top biological engineers, former bioweapons experts, folks that wrote the U.S. treaties on bioweapons. You've heard them all on the show. And they've said a lot of evidence points towards the bird flu and SARS and mousepox and things as the way that they've been mutated and manipulated is not naturally occurring in the environment. Even with GMO, even with geese and their feces being mixed with human feces, it's caused some of the bad mutations. They believe the Spanish flu that killed over 100 million people at the end of World War I came out of China. That still didn't kill more than 11% of people that came in contact with it. There is now a bird flu, the UN's reporting, it's on Infowars.com, links to them, that kills 40% of people that come in contact with it. And it just popped up. It's already killed hundreds. Now, I've talked to the engineers. You have to create something that's zoological, that jumps into humans, that's able to do it. That's very rare naturally occurring, and it just doesn't come out of nowhere. And the fact that in the last 20 years it's gone from infecting and killing 1% of humans in China that contracted to now 40% shows logarithmically that they've programmed the mutation that's already been done in a laboratory, that it's designed that when they release an earlier mutation with their supercomputers and their gene editing, it's very easy with even 30-year-old technology. CRISPR is way beyond this, to produce a virus that looks like it's naturally occurring, but then rapidly mutates. And if it's mutated up to 38.3%, some estimates are it could be at 99%, like some of the mousepox systems they created in laboratories, they admit, that the UN, 10 years ago, put out the genetic genome on. And so that thousands of companies and dozens of countries or more, probably hundreds of countries have the technology, could then engineer a bioweapon that kills 99% of humans that come in contact with it. I mean, this isn't talk we're here, discussing. But then you read the TPP documents that Lou Dobbs got. God, that was already like 12, 13 years ago. That Dr. Corsi covered. And you look at all this, they were saying, we'll use a bio outbreak, either by state actors, individuals, or that accidentally just occurs. We'll use that to bring in the global government. I mean, hell, they created World War I. That's declassified. The Rockefellers did. League of Nations, all of it to get League of Nations. Then they helped engineer World War II. Told Hitler that we're going to have a peace treaty with him, go ahead and invade England, invade France, invaded all of it. And then, of course, they double-crossed him. I'm not saying he's a good guy. He was horrible. That was the setup. That's now admitted. To get a world government. And now that people aren't accepting that world government, now that people are pissed about that world government, now that folks are upset and understand it's unelected, it's authoritarian, it's what Bill Maher said a week and a half ago. He said, I want a total financial collapse in America. He didn't say recession. The media spun that. He said, I want people starving in the streets so they hate Trump. He's got $100 million and probably his own bunker. He doesn't care. Well, extrapolate that publicly out to how the globalists, Oprah Winfrey, Ted Turner, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, and all the usual suspects, David Rockefeller before he died, meet in these secret meetings for world government and population reduction and discuss if it's humane to go ahead and release a bioweapon. They put fluoride in the water because at 1.3 parts per million, it reduces fertility on average with Caucasians by about 30%, blacks by about 60%, Asians about 30%. By the way, if you don't believe me, just search fluoride twice as bad for blacks. And you read major studies. I mean, and they make jokes. Oh, Jones makes jokes about fluoride. It's all a big joke. It's all white papers. It's all documented. It's all admitted. And they're like, look, it ain't enough to just sterilize these people or lower their IQs because, some of them are immune. They're still having kids. Some of them are resistant. So they're going to the next level. Now, am I saying this new bird flu is a bioweapon? Well, yes, I am. Because the way it's mutating and how it's gone from 1% to 5% to 6% to 8%, and now it's 40% that die when they get it, that's just mega death level. And China should already be sealed. If you've got something airborne that kills 40% of people, those borders are sealed. You certainly aren't getting on damn airplanes. I mean, that's 13 monkey, 12 monkey, whatever you want to call it. I mean, this is, where's Bruce Willis showing up for am I in a movie here? But again, viruses don't zoologically jump from species like that. When they do, very low numbers first get it. Like Ebola showed up 40 years ago, 1% could get it. Now, any human that comes in contact gets it. Now it's semi-airborne. And you got all these globalists going, soon it'll be airborne and 100% fatal. You're all going to die. It's for the earth. So it's their ideology. It's their idea. Then you add everybody from Mark Zuckerberg to Larry Ellison to the lady that wrote I forget her stupid name. She's always talking Paul Watson online. That wrote the Harry Potter things, made $3 billion. All of them are building bunkers. I know Texas billionaires who are patriots. They've built bunkers and built escape redoubts. Everybody's gotten out. They've been told, get out. Bioweapons are coming. Now, I'm not saying that's even going to happen. I'm saying they have a history. They're promoting it. It's open. The globalists are obsessed on it. And then I get to watch everybody that kind of knows there's a big audience for reality. All the other big podcasters, people that don't get censored, they think that's winning, not being censored. No, you get censored when you tell the truth and are cutting edge. It's a symbol of our on-targetness. Who like, oh, Alex is a kook. Oh, he claims there's a world government, claims there's depopulation, claims there's a plan to flood Europe with Muslims, claims there's a plan to break up the family. All of that's public now. Oh, he claims Trump's going to win. That's crazy. Oh, God, Oh, Alex claims his world child kidnapping rings. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he says there's Mars bases with the kids on it. Didn't say that. If all you folks think going along with a system that's already decided to cull the world population, if you think it's a great idea to go along with that, and you think you're going to play along with the system, you're just being given free internet promotion, like free casino chips that are worthless. And it's all being devalued. All the fake viral stuff, all the fake stuff the media promotes, being famous on the internet means nothing. It's like devalued Zimbabwean money. What matters is real things, real issues, real world-changing, pro-human things. If you've got 1% of people knowing the total truth, that's better than a 99% not knowing jack shit. I don't want to reach a bunch of drooling morons that we already lost, okay? I am here to tell the truth. I am here to change the world. I'm here to survive for my children and build a better planet. And it is a fact there's a world government. Elon Musk has gone public. And they're going after his company and trying to implode his stock and shut him down now. Won't matter, at least he'll have his soul. There was once a question they asked, would you give up your eyes for $1 billion? People go, hell no. Would you give up your soul for $1 billion? You're like, well, maybe, because a soul's not something you can tangibly think about, even though it's your essence, your consciousness, what you stand for, who you are. So you give your soul up to be part of the establishment and, sit there and cover topics I covered 10 years ago, 20 years ago, but then spin it and make a joke out of it, but still get the audience. That's soullessness. Because mainstream media is already dead, Hollywood's already dead, but there's the new generations of the podcasters and the so-called gurus and people out there, and you're whistling past the graveyard for you and your family. And I'm talking about little bloggers, big bloggers, all of you. I know that if you attack Alex Jones, it's a hat tip to the establishment, and that you don't get censored as much for now. I know if you say George Soros was captured by the Nazis or fought the Nazis, you don't get censored. It's a litmus test. The guy said on 60 Minutes he worked with the Nazis. You understand? I am the winner because I want humanity to win. I came from nowhere on Access TV. I got fired when I was number one on a local radio station because I was bashing Bill Clinton and George W. Bush in 1999. I don't care. They can put a gun to my head because there's no future if we don't stand up and say no to this crap. So, anybody can go watch my film Endgame for free. It's got all their quotes. They're planning for world government. They're planning to release a bioweapon. They said if somebody ever gets control of the U.S. and won't accept a world government, we'll release weaponized flu, and then we'll sell global government as the answer to the flu, and it won't give people a treatment or cure until they accept it. You're probably like, God, that sounds like Lex Luthor. That sounds like yeah. Anything you see in Hollywood is stuff people have already thought about. So you're like, God, this plan sounds Hitlerian. Well, do you know about Cold Springs Harbor and the U.S. and Bill Gates' father running it with IBM and how they funded Hitler and how they set it all up? I mean, you better learn, folks, about Bill Gates and Bill Gates' father on PBS 25 years ago, 30 years ago, admitting all this. They're like, well, I do believe in depopulation. It's the best thing to do. And you know what? When I've run into globalists, not as high level as Bill Gates, but I've been right there at the Kissinger group level, they go, Alex, you'll never save the public. They're a bunch of dumb piranhas. They'll tear you apart. They're soulless. We're just trying to save the planet. They will not listen to you. They will tear you apart. You need to join us and try to fix things. But then you try to dumb them down and try to keep them in the dark and then try to have them join you. That's bull. You're the ones hurting the earth. But Musk has been in these billionaire meetings where they admit all this. So he says they got a world government. They want to depopulate you. They say we're a post-human world. They're going to get rid of the population. Bill Joy first said it in 99. That's almost 20 years ago. He said, I went to a group of billionaires, 200 of them. They said, we made the decision to kill everybody. We haven't decided how to do it yet. And Joy was right. Joy said, I'm not saying he's right in the final equation, but he was good and right in saying, this is going to happen, it's been decided, unless we go troglodyte and shut down technology. And he goes, I now endorse the Unabomber. We need to shut all this down because we just can't handle the technology. And I'm not even to that point, but I'm not going to join the globalist and then try to live in some bunker with them. Everybody dies and then emerge as if we won't be cursed, as if we'd even survive that. Humans know about this. You won't kill all 7.5 billion just because you're playing like you're this AI god, because you're this billionaire delusional. You will now be hunted down in your holes. You'll never make it out. And I think they realize that now. Trump's trying to figure out how to pull back on this. I don't think Trump was ever part of it, but he sure as hell knows about it all. So I'm giving you the absolute hardcore key. I went on Joe Rogan and talked about interdimensional psychic vampires that feed on the energy of children. That's what the globalist and Aleister Crowley and Jack Parsons at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory and the folks that founded Hollywood believed. I don't believe it. I said that. And now they got a movie, Strange Angel, about Jack Parsons and how he's a devil worshiper. And how they think they conjured gray aliens that gave them the command orders to set all this up. I don't believe that. They believe that they've got interdimensional creatures when they take DMT, giving them orders to kill children, and then they'll be given higher level power when they prove they're anti-human. And if they bring in a world government, they'll be given AI technology, merge with machines, and live forever. I mean, that's childhood's end. That's the guy that wrote 2001 Space Odyssey, top illuminist. He invented the communication satellite. He was in the OSS. He was in MI6. Arthur C. Clarke. And in childhood's end, there's an interdimensional alien that gives us advanced technology to think we live forever. And there's no more crime, no more problem. But finally it says you've got to upload your brain to the spaceship and be part of the group consciousness. And it looks like the devil from the movie Legend that every culture said would give you technology but was here to kill you. I don't know if that's even real. I don't know if this is some crazy genetic thing that psychopaths have some weird genetic dream that they manifest. I want to manifest space bases and life extension and humans moving forward deciding our future. But the decision's been made to take our damn future. So I don't care about being in your goddamn Hollywood movies. I don't care about being in the candy-ass fake news. But I do care about friends of mine and people I know that have made the decision to go along with the system and try to ride the rail and sit in the middle, a bunch of lukewarm monkey vomit crap. God said you were neither hot nor cold. I spit you out of my mouth. And food's hot or it's cold. It ain't lukewarm. And man, I care about my friends. I care about people. I care about the pressure they put on my family. And the people I've seen turn against me because they got paid off. And I don't care that they turn against me. I care they turned against themselves. And I don't know if this is the bioweapon release. Hell, it's sure killing hundreds of people a day in China right now. It kills 40% that get it. The flu might kill 1 in 1,000 that get it. They call it deadly if it kills 1 in super flu if it kills 1 in 100. This kills 40 frickin' percent, and it's not even a news item. The UN's just announcing it. And then I've had top experts on, genetic engineers, medical doctors, and they say the way this bird flu's mutated so fast, they usually mutate and then they go a side direction or become weak. They never get stronger. It doesn't happen in nature. It's engineered. Every bone of my selfish body, when I'm looking at the selfish flesh side, not my spirit side, says you need to get to the most rural area of Idaho around hardcore folks that are already awake and know what's going on. Spiritually, they just know to go there. It's like the elites know to go to their armored bases because they're actually setting it up. The people with discernment just know we've got to prep. Why is everybody like prep? The end's coming. What's going on? Because the globalists are pre-programming and preparing this. And I'm like, get to Idaho, get to the most crappy part of West Texas where there's nobody, and you know, just. But instead, I'm rear guard action trying to stop this, and all of you out there, just like I've been right about everything else, that's why they spend all their time trying to shut me down. That's why Hillary calls me a dark heart, is because I'm a big wimp. I'm a loving person, but I'm willing to fight hard because I care about people. But they call that wimpy to care. I just instinctively know this is wrong what the globalists are doing, and it's wrong for people that are siding with the globalists for only a little while because they think they'll be protected. You will not be protected. And Elon Musk and people like Bill Joy and others that aren't going on record, it's just insane. And you've got all these other evil people that just love doing this to humanity and who hate humanity and who play all you off against each other. It's so sick. All right, folks. I care about you. I appreciate you. I'm giving you an emergency transmission. There's a reason Hillary calls me dark heart. And it's because everything she says is the opposite. I have a vision, my own vision. I see where humanity's going. I see the potential roads. And the ones the globalists offer are pure destruction. They're empty. When I do the right thing and stand up for what's right, I feel good. I feel strong. And more understanding opens up. And then I get more upset that other people don't have the understanding. But the enemy knows I've got their number. And a lot of you have their number as well. Let's all speak out. Let's come together. Let's be confident. Let's global government's now in the open. World government's being exposed. The corporations and all their evil, the child kidnapping, it's all being exposed. We're being proven right. The NFL's lost almost half their viewers being anti-freedom. So Hollywood's falling apart because of it. All this stuff's happening because humanity's awakening. And that's why Google's hurting itself, breaking its algorithm and going from 93% of web searches to like 85 the last few months. They're imploding. Netflix shows are dying because they're all political and anti-American and anti-freedom. But they don't care. They're ordered to do it for a larger plan. The total takeover of society, controlling the future, what they will absolute control of human destiny, because the globalists know that humans can create incredible systems. And so these psychopaths can't do it. They're not creative like us. They're twisted humans. So they need us like aphids to build their system. Humanity's awakening. The globalists are scared. We're going to make it. This bioweapon probably is just a beta test. Clearly a bioweapon. It's the most deadly ever seen. That's been open air released. This is thousands of times worse than just anthrax. That's plant spores, basically plant-based bacteria. They get in your lungs and kill you because then it doesn't really spread from there. This is something that just replicates and spreads and is viral, and it's so huge. And I'll be covering it all throughout the day tomorrow, 4 to 6 p.m. I love you all. I appreciate you all. But we need to make a big deal about this and ask, why are the globalists, why are the billionaires fleeing to bunkers? Why are they saying bioweapons are coming, world government's coming? Because metaphysically, they have to warn you about what they're going to do as fine print provisos. And I guess that's why I've been left alone to do this, is I guess I'm here to warn you. But I'm doing it from a place of having kinship with you and feeling connected to you spiritually, genetically, culturally, no matter what color you are, where you came from. There's a reason the entire MSM and Soros and all of them hate me. It's because I am not a predator and I'm not out to get you. But they think you're dumb. They just think you're low-level predators, not as good as them. And they believe it's survival of the fittest, social Darwinism. And they believe they're going to crush you. They believe you're done. They believe you're over. Well, I don't believe you're done. I don't believe you're over. I don't believe any of that. I believe you are the future. And I believe that we are going through a major test. I know we are. And I believe we're going to come through this better on the other side. As we go across a bridge from the barbarous world and all the struggles of humans into the Renaissance, into the real potential. But we're on the bridge right now. And standing in front of us on that bridge are the technocrats that want to steal the human birthright, the human experience, the human genetic code, the human genetic memories, the human genetic will. They want, and so all I say is, get behind me, Satan. All I say is, we're going to cross into that promised land. To the next level of human development that we all know, but you're not going to get it from Hollywood. You're not going to get it from this sick system. They are all there to degrade. They are all there to suck off you because they've already given in to the system to be a power in the system. But the system isn't all powerful. And so it is historical and it is factual, it is metaphysical, it is spiritual, it is a law of thermodynamics and Newtonian physics. That for every action there's an opposite and equal reaction, and you are that reaction. You are that striving for a human future, striving for the human destiny. You are that will to make it across that bridge, not to a literal nirvana or to heaven, but a level better, a more advanced civilization, and a real launch pad based on truth and justice and innovation and free will. If you want to merge the machines and you think that really makes you some superhuman when it really kills your spirit, then do it. But you're not going to indoctrinate everybody and cut the resources off and release bioweapons and hype it all off like it's some cool thing. We are going to cross that bridge. Some of us are going to cross that bridge. Some of us are going to make it to the other side. And that's what matters. I love you all. I appreciate you. There is a bioweapon loose. Scientists say could wipe out all of humanity. In its current strength, it would only wipe out around 4 billion. Infowars.com. Newswars.com. We're not perfect, but we're fighting for humanity. We're not out to get you. Thank you for watching this transmission. Please get it around the censors and to the censors censoring it. They're already replacing it with robots and algorithms. I really, really feel sorry for you selling your soul out. As Arrested Development people, they brainwash in the colleges and then deploy to Google and Facebook and Twitter. I'm really sad for you, and I hope you turn around and get your soul back before it's too late.